You need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Minx. Suck my balls.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right, just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
This is Randy Couture, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
How you feeling there, Mac? Good enough to fuck your mother!
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tied Up Tuesday. I'm your host, Minx. Down there typing super loudly is Grey Cloud.
It's not that loud.
Yeah, you fucking say that.
Okay, I got better noise for the nation. Here we go.
Oh my goodness. It's fucking Tuesday.
It's another Tuesday, and I'm about to have some delicious Guinness
Oh, are
for
you?
this Tuesday. Yes, I am.
Really?
And
Because
it's magic.
I can't tell because you're lagging again.
Am I lagging?
Yeah.
God, what did you do to the system?
You need to fix your interwebs. That's what.
It's not my interwebs. I think it's the Texas interwebs. Just saying.
No, Texas is amazing.
Well, you say that.
I know that.
Do you?
I do. So, anywho.
You.
It was a rough day today at work. It was rough.
What?
It was. Okay, so Tuesday, right? So it's my normal, big ortho day.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no big ortho.
What?
Yes. There's none.
That's not how it works. You're supposed to have a big
Exactly.
ortho day.
Exactly. No, this is exactly. This is not how this works. But yeah, no, I did hands all day today. And then I had to take off this huge mass off of this person's leg. It was the length of their thigh.
Was it their thigh?
No, it was not their thigh. It was It was a fatty tumor. It was a tumor.
So it's nasty and not the
Yeah.
greatest.
Good point, Alex. It is election day in California.
Yeah, it's a primary runoff, and
It is.
apparently the Pelosi is worried.
Really?
Yeah, that's the headline I caught. I'm sure we'll get to that sometime tonight.
Right? Hopefully. Honestly though, that the whole state
Needs to go away.
just needs to go. Well, I don't want to say go away. That's my home state. You know, I was born and raised there. I have hope that the silent half of the state, because they're not all fucking insane. They're not all fucking insane. I'm hoping that the silent half of the state actually comes out and votes, and they're like, you know what? I don't agree with like literally anything that this state has done for the last decade and a half.
Right. And here's the problem with that is that you got to get the people to get out there and vote, though. Are they going to go out and vote, though? Or are they going to be just like, man, fuck it? If you don't vote, you can't bitch.
Owl, just the majority is insane.
And they're all below LA, maybe?
No, they're all surrounded by, the majority of them are in the LA basin and then the Bay Area, which is actually, that's where I'm from. So I don't know how the hell I fucking escaped unscathed.
Well, reasons.
I mean, I'm a little crazy, right? Like, probably a smidge bit, like, clinically crazy, right? But I'm not, like, insane. So I've got that going for me. Right? Potato a dildo.
50-50.
Little column A, little column B. Ugh.
Ooh.
All I know is that they have to get rid of fucking Waters. Because if that hooker who doesn't even know what the fuck a tide is when her district is on the shore, it's time for you to go.
Well, a lot of them don't know much of anything. So
there's that too.
It's a problem with it. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Freaking. Oh, how have you been?
I've been good. A little busy. Wrapping up things at my job and stuff, and preparing for a new start somewhere else, and we'll see what happens with that. So it's been a little hectic, a little busy. Got rained out for my tournament on Sunday, so that was kind of disappointing.
Hooray! Oh wait, no, just kidding.
No, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. Golfing is not your thing, I know. But no, it was it was a pretty decent weekend at least. I did get some practice time in on the course, so that was a positive, and it was nice not traveling really. Kind of some downtime, and I really had a hard time dealing with it.
I was gonna say, did you know what to do with yourself?
Not really. No. So I enjoyed the practice time on the course before it started really pouring on me. I got out of there before the heavy stuff hit and before the road started to get too bad. But yeah, it was a good time. And again, like you said, I had no idea what to do because I just there was no travel, no go, and it was
Right. Aw, Philip says I'm drawn like a Disney girl. Is that because I have like super big eyes and dark hair, or like and long hair at that? Like, because my hair is kind of like looking as though I belong in Azkaban right now. I did wash it before the show, and like I tried to dry it.
Wait, what do you mean you tried to dry it?
Well, okay, so like this is just me, natural hair, right? Like it's just does whatever the fuck it wants, and normally 99% of the time I look like I'm fucking Bellatrix Lestrange having just escaped from Azkaban and how it's literally all fucking over the place. And there's really no taming it, and I don't even try at this point anymore. I'm 32. This is my hair. Like, I don't know. Every so often I'll straighten it, and that's as good as it's gonna get. But yeah, Thanks for saying I look like a Disney girl, though. Hooray!
Hooray!
Oh, speaking of Disney.
Uh-oh.
Disney, you're in trouble.
What? Why now?
Oh, I do love my Harry Potter owl. I do. I forgot to actually tag them. Damn it, in the description. Son of a. Oh well. So apparently there was a huge. It was a huge, right? Child pornography sting, bust down in, what is that? Polk County, Florida. Mm-hmm. A former Disney costume manager and Lego builder among 11 arrested.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Right?
God, Disney of all places. Holy shit.
The fucking pedos are everywhere. So Polk County detectives arrested 11 men during their latest undercover child pornography investigation. Operation Guardians of Innocence 2 focused on identifying and arresting those involved in the possession, promotion, and distribution of child pornography. A total of 660, there we go. Felony charges were filed against the 11 suspects, and more charges are pending. A former Walt Disney employee, Lego builder, and Boy Scout parent helper were among the 11 arrested. As you know, this is just the beginning. Once we serve search warrants and seize the devices that these suspects are using to download and distribute pornography, we will do complete forensic analysis, and in all likelihood, we will be adding to more charges related to the felony possession and distribution of images and videos of children being sexually battered. Most of the images we saw during this investigation depicted children being sexually battered that we have seen before, which means we haven't yet identified any local child victims. But as always, that is also part of our investigation, said Sheriff Grady Judd. The following suspects were arrested in the sting. 48-year-old Edward, I'm going to just fuck up these names. Zaborowski, it's probably right actually, of Davenport. Oh, he's a third too. Who's a bartender in Orlando. He's a parent helper and driver for his son's Boy Scout troop. He's been slapped with 64 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of promotion of sexual performance by a child. 64-year-old Richard Cousins of Davenport, who is a registered sex offender and arrested in 1992 in Maine for sexual assault on 2 male victims under 13. He got slapped with 143 counts of possession of child pornography. And then it says enhanced.
Enhanced.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. And then 3 counts of promotion of sexual performance by a child. 51-year-old Bruce Nopper of Auburndale. He's been hit with 12 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of promotion of sexual performance by a child. 30-year-old Ricky Vargas Garcia of Davenport, who's a Lego builder for Merlin Entertainment, was arrested in 2008 in Virginia for DUI. He's being hit with 10 counts for possession of child pornography. 84-year-old Don Carrier of Davenport, 200 counts possession of child pornography. 53-year-old Roger Cady of Davenport, Walt Disney World project manager and costumes department. A Disney spokesperson tells ABC Action News Cady no longer works for Walt Disney World. I would hope not. He's being hit with 24 counts of possession of child pornography and 2 counts of promotion of sexual performance by a child. 35-year-old Matthew Sense of Lakeland, who is a registered sex offender, arrested in 2000 for possession of child pornography when he was 17 years old. Apparently, he didn't learn. Is hit with 100 counts of possession of child pornography. 24-year-old Jared Whitting of Lakeland is hit with 14 counts of possession of child pornography. 20-year-old Alejandro Baltzar II of Mulberry, who is a student at HCC, whatever the fuck that is.
It's a community college.
Oh, okay. Was hit with 55 counts of possession of child pornography. 69-year-old Donald Marek of Lake Alfred, who's a retired school teacher, lives alone, Disney annual pass holder that frequently attends the theme park alone. 16 counts possession of child pornography, 3 counts of promotion of child pornography, and last but not least, a 16-year-old boy from Kissimmee being hit with 12 counts of possession of child pornography.
What the fuck?
Dude, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't understand the whole thing with kids. I don't get it.
I fucking hate people. I truly do.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, I've got your rant over under at 5.
Oh, is it 5 tonight?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey. What? Is that you?
What?
Ringing?
No. Just keep going.
Oh, what? Sorry, I heard ringing.
Yes, keep going. Keep talking.
No, this is why I fucking hate people, is like, how can you do this to kids? Right? And if it's happening to kids, I don't understand why it takes so long for these operations to happen and to bring these individuals down. Okay? The minute there is any evidence, instead of trying to build a case, take them out for what you got. Don't try to build this huge, elaborate case, right? 1 count's enough. Get them out of the system, get them away from the kids, get them away from wherever they are, and hammer them. Because you should not be putting kids in those kinds of situations, ever. And I've seen a lot of the comments in the Facebook live chat, and I agree with a lot of them.
Right? These guys are vicious. I love it.
It blows my mind that people can do this to kids. Fucking take them out, throw them in some of the things we seen ISIS do would work. Just saying. But yeah, but no. Why not? Why take so long to build this case? If you have evidence and you have the suspicion, go get them now.
Right. So the dude who was working at Disney World was not a registered sex offender. Apparently he had been hiding in the shadows while he worked at Disneyland or World, whatever.
Fuck that. It needs to be background checks. Owl. It blows my mind that this can happen in today's, with the amount of information that people can find out about other people. Why is this still happening? Right. You said one was a fucking retired teacher?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How long is his victims list?
Dude, I don't know.
Or potential victims list now. Right. This is going to be like the Sandusky thing all over again. Only the hype won't be there, except that, it surrounds Disney. So that'll be the name, and Disney will fucking do what they can for damage control. But it's gonna be the alligator thing all over again, maybe worse.
When the kid got eaten by an alligator because their parents weren't watching it.
Right.
That was not Disney's fault. Come on now.
I didn't say it was Disney's fault.
All right, hold on.
That's not what I said. What it is that it's going to make it a lot worse. Because Disney is supposed to be a kid-friendly place.
WTF Nation Radio, you're live on the air. Who is this?
Hey, Minxie. What's up? Greg Cloud. It's Stanky.
Oh, hello.
Hello. You don't know who I am. It's okay. I got to do a little housekeeping, though. This is primarily for GC. Hey, GC, on the left side of your hat, you got a string that's hanging down under your hat, man. You got to tuck that back in. Unless you just like it there, and if you do, man, that's totally legit. We're good. Not going to be clothing shaming tonight. He's like, what are you talking about?
Right. Leave his hat alone. Anyways, what's up, dude?
My friend, look, yeah, man, I tell you what, that article really sucked the oxygen out of the room, understandably so. Yes, because we are getting spanked. And other than that, man, hey, that's some crazy crap. And Disney, nonetheless. This is redonkulous,
Right.
And you are drawn like a Disney character, just saying. But nonetheless, there was some other subject matter I wanted to get on earlier tonight, and then we divulged into this really horrific topic, which clearly, obviously, needs to be, we need to definitely get out there, we're off to a running start. Yeah, gang?
Hell yeah. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I hear you. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you long.
Okay.
GC, Great Cloud. I'm not picking on you, man. I promise you. I love you, dude. He's not talking to me now.
Always.
Okay, all right. But anyhow, you look, keep up the good work, as always.
Thanks.
Awesome, epic. Thank you, brother. We'll talk about what's going on the top of your headband for your,
fixed it.
earmuffs later. Yes. What is that? I need to know what that is, actually. I need to know what that is because, sometimes mine break too.
Just elastic band.
I don't know if he's talking and he's not on comms because I can't hear him. But anyway, you guys are doing so what kind of other stunts and, canine and equestrian expositions you guys got planned for this evening?
You're going to have to just hang out and listen in and find out. We've got
you're doing that?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Tease.
Oh,
okay,
I'm totally
I get
doing
it.
that.
I get it.
Totally doing that.
Okay. All right, very good. Electrical tape. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's a really sticky looking. It almost looks like a wad of putty that he has perfectly molded to actually reinforce that thing. It's awesome because I just need to know how to do that because when mine break, it's really fucking annoying. Other than that, guys, keep up the good work. We'll chat with you guys later. Keep up the show. And see ya. Why are you squinting at me? I see you squinting. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
So where were we?
We were talking about the pedos at Disney.
Oh yeah, the fuck up of Disney. And I have to disagree with Al on this one. Is if you are Disney, it should be in your best interest to background check fucking everybody setting foot on your property that works for you. Because you are protecting a brand, and that brand is worth money. So, yes.
Do you know what their cast members have to go through?
What do you mean?
Like, I actually turned down a job at Disney. True story. When I got out of high school, I was offered a job at Disney as a character.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wish I'd done it, but I'd already signed up for the army. So I was like, I already signed my contract. But, and I'm really glad though that I didn't, because cast members, if they want to, like, they've got the option to like live in like these like cast only dorms, if you will, which apparently are just absolutely terrible. Mm-hmm. And for a while, the underwear was reissued, and like you had to wear the underwear that some other person had worn because it was part of the costume. Like, there's a lot of fucking rules that goes into being a cast member for Disney. Because remember, Disney does not have employees, they have cast members.
They're employees.
But that's how they get around not having to do a background check, because they're a cast member.
Mm.
By definition, they are a cast member.
Still fucking wrong.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. And I think that anyone who has any sort of interaction, especially with kids, like especially if they're a character or, you know, a ride attendant or whatnot, they need to have a background check. Because, again, you know, we can have an instance like this pop up where the fucking retired school teacher has fucking kiddie porn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The interesting part of the article that you mentioned is that it is stuff that the investigators have already seen before in other investigations.
Yes.
So as this investigation goes forward, hopefully it starts to uncover a bigger, I don't want to say ring, but you know that's what they're going to determine it as. So my question is, as they start to uncover these other pieces and layers, will they find local victims?
I don't know.
Because eventually that's what we'll get to. And if that happens, you know, what if it were happening on the Disney grounds? Because let's face it, Disney covers a lot of acreage down there in Florida.
Yes.
So the question is, if it happens on Disney's grounds, is Disney liable in any way, shape, or form?
That I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I've not studied law at all. I cannot pretend like I have studied law. I might have studied barracks law for a little bit.
Weren't we all barracks lawyers at one point?
Dude, like I was fucking on it though.
Were you?
Dude, I was in for 10 years, and literally every 2 years I got an Article 15. I am familiar with the UCMJ process. I got that shit down. And I worked in the orderly room. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Al, that's not funny.
What Al will say?
There's an actual lobby in D.C. for pedophiles, and they are taken seriously.
It's true, though.
What are they bringing to the fucking table? Are they funding somebody's campaign?
No.
Oh, yeah, the Virginia guy. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How is that even...
How is it legal?
Not only how is it legal, how is it that they can gain any fucking traction to be taken seriously? Are they all fucking millionaires? Do they carry some kind of weight in society? I mean, you should not be doing this to kids.
So basically, the reason why this dude, the one dude from Virginia who's running for Congress, who is a self-admitted pedo, and has self-confessed to raping his late ex-wife. the reason he is able to run for congressional office is because of the law that repealed the one law that said felonies cannot vote and felonies cannot run for office. So since that law got repealed, felonies are now able to run for office and now able to vote, at least in the state of Virginia.
How could anybody with a conscience even vote for that guy?
He's calling himself a neo-something libertarian. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my fucking Lord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll look at Great Cloud.
It's fucking bad enough that we have fucking asshole up here in Maryland running for a Senate seat. And now we've got a traitor running in one state and a pedophile running in another.
Yeah.
For congressional seats.
Yeah. Dude, New England is fucking on it.
What the fuck is going on in the U.S.? Seriously.
I don't know.
How the fuck are we functioning as a society? As a government?
I don't know. Magic?
Not from Disney, apparently.
Well, obviously not from Disney.
Not from Disney magic anymore.
Oh my god. Speaking of Disney magic. Have you seen the new Wreck-It Ralph trailer?
Yes, I have. And I'm going to go fucking see it.
Oh my god. So, my favorite first sergeant ever, he called me Vanellope von Schweetz. And at first I was like, I don't even know who the fuck that is. And he was like, you have to watch Wreck-It Ralph. And then I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's me.
Well.
No, it is. I'm fucking adorable. It's true.
Well, if we're going by Disney standards, I get maybe.
Yeah, no, I am. No, Hooker, there is no maybe in that statement. I am fucking adorable. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Wow. Anyways. Back on the farm.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of back on the farm.
Oh.
I gotta find the article. Some dude is being charged with bestiality.
What?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, in Michigan! Michigan State University.
Yes, the MSU guys being.
That's right.
Oh my god, I was gonna drop that in the thing for tonight, and I was like, I totally spaced it while I was at work.
Yeah.
Like, are you shitting me? What the fuck? Hold on. Got it. You have a lot of other issues if you got the BCI thing going on. 2, why is there a reason to charge him? I don't understand why you would charge somebody. Just let them, natural selection at that point, right?
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean by natural selection?
Let it fall on him, let him get broke. I don't know.
Okay,
eaten by a shark, some shit.
Dude, did you not read the article? He was fucking a basset hound.
Oh, that's okay. That's different then.
Yeah, and John and Owl's right. In some states, bestiality is legal.
Oh my god.
Oral sex is illegal in 18 states. So sucking a dick is illegal in 18 states. But you can go out back and fuck a sheep or a donkey.
Hold on. I would like to see those two statistics cross-referenced.
Right?
Because that would be interesting if those states did not align.
Right? But I don't know. But yeah, no, he was he was charged with sexual penetration of the basset hound and of penetration with his hand. So I don't know if he was fingering or I would hope it was fingering and not a
Enough. It's good. It's good. What the fuck is wrong with people? Again, how are we? Oh my god! I just saw you do the fist bump.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, wow. Again, how are we functioning as a U.S. again?
I don't know.
Seriously, how the fuck are we functioning? It just, oh my god. Probably Alabama, but 50-50, Casey. I mean,
Oh, it's probably Mississippi too.
Yeah, Louisiana. Oh,
right?
Can you imagine support from PETA?
Right, yeah. But yeah. Oh. Speaking of animals.
Oh, Lord.
I saw the funniest article / video today of David Hogg's house being swatted.
Oh.
Hilarious.
I wasn't there, though.
Oh my God, y'all.
He wasn't there.
I know. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are fucking aware or not of what swatting is, but it's where you call the sheriff's office and say, you know, like, oh, I think there's a hostage situation at this house. And they have to take that seriously, so they send in the SWAT team, right? So there we go, swatted, right? Mm-hmm. Well, someone fucking did it to David Hogg's house, which I think is hilarious. So the family of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School student David Hogg was swatted Tuesday morning, prompting deputies to respond to their Parkland home. A call came into Coral Springs Police Department claiming a hostage situation at the house. When a Broward Sheriff's Office SWAT team arrived at the scene, they found no hostage situation and determined the call was a prank. Hogg was not home at the time of the incident and is currently in Washington with his mother to accept the RFK Human Rights Award. What? Why? Why the fuck is that kid getting an award? Let alone for human rights. What the fuck has he fucking done?
You know, he's fighting for gun control, blah, 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 and save the children, blah, whatever.
But he hasn't done anything.
Well, he had a die-in at a Publix, apparently, and people just kind of stepped around him, which was awesome.
He threw a tantrum in a grocery store.
He did throw a tantrum. Basically, is what it was.
Fucking idiot. So in a phone call with Local 10 News, Hogg sounded off about the prank call, which led to the massive law enforcement presence at his home. Mm-hmm. I think it's really a distraction from what we're like trying to fix here, which is like the massive gun violence epidemic in this country. Hogg told Local 10 News reporter.
That like you're a fucking Valley girl?
Yeah. Did it work?
A little bit.
Yes. I don't know how else to make him sound like a fucking baggot. So, oh yeah, happy Pride, everybody. There's that. But yeah, so Hogg said he found out about the swatting incident through a phone call from a friend. Sky 10 was over the home as units were staged outside as a precaution. BSO deputies and BSO helicopter swarmed the neighborhood. Swatting is the action of making a prank emergency call to bring about a response of armed law enforcement. I think it's fucking hilarious.
So here's a tinfoil hat theory.
Oh, go on.
What if he swatted himself?
Why would he do that?
To draw attention, to bring him back in the spotlight.
But why would he do that? He's accepting an award right now.
Right. He's not there, so he's not in any danger from the SWAT team breaching the house.
Well, they didn't breach the house.
Right, because they determined nobody was there.
Yeah. So why would he? That's a stupid theory.
Why? Because he knows he's not there, so he knows he's not in any danger. it brings him, it keeps him in the relative spotlight. It makes him look like a victim.
No.
Okay.
I'm not buying it at all. You're smoking the reefer on that one. Like, how many fucking shrooms did you eat to get to that conclusion?
None, actually.
Did you catch the tail of the dragon?
Nope. It's not my thing.
We don't know, man. We don't know. Tyler agrees with you.
Yeah, well, that's because he got a good head on his shoulders.
Does he?
Mm-hmm. That's true, John. That's true. Obama didn't do anything, and he was in office for like 8 weeks, and he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh my God! Right? Oh no, because he got it because he brought about the end of a war, which didn't happen.
Right, because we're still where? Oh yeah.
Oh God, it's like awkward. Like, oh, you got a Peace Prize for that, but we're still there. Oh. What?
What?
Yeah, exactly. Freaking True story.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of those Parkland douchebags, right?
Yes.
So the dykey looking one.
Yes.
What was her name? Emma. Which sucks. I really like that name, and she had to go and fucking ruin it. Like, if I ever have a daughter now, I can never name her Emma because of this bitch. Like, I can't fucking do it. She ruined the name for me. So, on Monday, students from the Pro-Gun Control March for Our Lives protest are expected to announce plans to go on a 20-state summer bus tour. Woo!
Right, because that won't be a rolling target or anything.
Fucking
I mean,
shoot out the tires. I mean, no, don't do that. It's frowned upon.
Not shoot them out while it's rolling, but maybe slash them a lot.
Only 3 of them. If you do all 4, the insurance will pay for it. So only do 3.
Right. No, just do the front 2.
So, I'm gonna get arrested. So vocal Parkland High School survivors and anti-gun activists, such as group leaders David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez, will be headlining the 75-stop tour.
75 stops.
How? Okay, stop. We're just putting a pin in it right now. 1, these fuckers just allegedly graduated high school. Allegedly. How in the fuck are they funding this 20 state 75 stop tour, right? How are they funding like the just
Clinton Foundation?
just the bus, right? Not the food, not the gas. Just how are they affording to rent a bus for this long, right?
And it's a tax write-off.
So that's my first question. Yeah, who is mommy and daddy paying for this? Is George Soros? We don't know. But these allegedly just graduated from high school fucking kids are going out on a 20-state 75-stop tour promoting anti-guns. So the bus tour, called March for Our Lives, Road to Change, will include meetings with victims and survivors of shootings and focus on the promotion of more gun control legislation and registering fellow youths to vote. Again, so another pin, what more legislation can there be? What other law can there be that would have prevented any of the shootings that happened this year? I'll fucking wait.
You're not going to get it.
I'm just like, that seems to be their number one response is, oh, we need more gun control. We need more gun control laws. Okay, like what?
Right. So I'm
What?
On the website, right? Road to Change kicks off Friday, June 15th in Chicago.
Oh, go to South Side. Go to the South Side. They won't fucking do it. They won't go to the South Side, pussies.
20 states, including Iowa, Texas, California, South Carolina, and Connecticut.
Wait. Where in Texas?
It does not say.
Oh my God, Spanky!
States.
Spanky.
They will also hold a separate Florida tour with more than 25 stops in Florida, apparently.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I have to go to the one in Texas.
Do you?
Oh, I do. One, because Spanky and I made a pact where we would find a protest to go to, and she and I would make signs that say, you know, I was here because they said there'd be cake. So that is going to be one of my signs, right? Or that's going to be Spanky's sign. And then I'm going to have two signs. One of them which says, I'm here with her, with an arrow pointing towards Spanky. And the second sign that says, what new gun law would have prevented anything?
No, we know this.
No, I know, but I want them to, I need to ask them this. Like, I need to know, hey, in your educated opinion, what further law would have or could have prevented anything that happened? And then I'll sit and I'll wait. And then I'll probably be called a racist bigot who's like a homophobic or whatever, and then I get to like slap them upside the face like twice because one, my grandpa was like half black, so suck a dick. Two, I'm bisexual, so suck another dick. Come at me again, bruh. But and with these alleged high school graduates, they're not children, which means I can beat them. It's
true. Once they're 18, they're fair game.
It is free game. It is frowned upon to beat a child, but it is not frowned upon to beat an adult's ass. Just saying.
Yeah. Allegedly, he's 18. Remember now, so
right? In theory. So yeah. So I'll keep reading this. Yes. So Hog, who, you know, again is allegedly 18, is he though? Promoted the bus tour during an interview with the outlet on Saturday. The outlet AXIOS. I don't know. AXIOS.
Oh.
It's probably something that's like, you know, the stratosphere, but it's AXIOS. I don't know. I'm glad I'm getting my diploma and not my death certificate. Oh my God. Okay. He says, I'm glad I'm getting my diploma and not my death certificate. You went to the school! You fucking moron!
Hold on. One, you wouldn't receive your death certificate. Somebody else receives that for you.
You idiot.
Just saying. That's not something you receive because, well, you can't receive anything because you're dead.
Right? Oh my God. No, but seriously, like, you know, so the first, like, you know, which story is it, David? I have a question. Because your first account of everything that happened, you said you were at school when the shooting started and then went and hid in the closets with your fellow classmates. And then as you continued to be interviewed, your story changed to where you were at home and then you willingly pedaled your happy ass with your camera to an active shooter situation.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, then, would it not be your fault if you had gotten shot because you willingly put yourself in that situation? According to your words, dude. I have questions.
Right. And they'll never be answered because the left is protecting him.
Right. Ugh.
Mainstream will protect him because
Right.
it protects their narrative.
David, come on my show. I have questions. I'll be gentle.
I'm sure you will.
I mean, at first.
You'll be as gentle as a 4-iron upside the skull.
I don't know what that means. I don't golf. So the recent high school graduate will take a year off before entering college. Oh, of course he will, because he's going to be going back into high school because he's a crisis actor.
Mm-hmm.
So fellow prominent Parkland anti-gun activist Emma Gonzalez will also be a key bus tour leader. She says if you don't support this, it'll look like you're going against children.
You're not children anymore.
Which appears to be unintentionally giving away the motive for their shameless exposition of the the left's motive.
Yes.
The 18-year-old is off to New College of Florida in Sarasota next semester to probably major in gender studies and then be homeless for the rest of her life. So the tour is set to launch on Friday, like you said, June 5th in Chicago at a peace march led by St. Sabina Academy students. The students will then make 50 more stops across the country. And like you said, including Texas and South Carolina, and have a simultaneous Florida tour that will take over 25 stops within the state, visiting every congressional district. In a news release from March for Our Lives, the organization said students are calling for universal and comprehensive background checks, which there already are. Creating a searchable database for gun owners, which, why do you care? Funding for the Centers of Disease Control to research gun violence. The fuck do they need to research it for? You fucking know they fucking hurt, like they kill people, they don't kill people. People who pull the trigger kill people. And banning high-capacity magazines and semi-automatic assault rifles. No. Just everything on there is just a no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, they almost make it sound like if you own a weapon, you're as bad as a fucking pedo. A searchable database for gun owners? Are you fucking kidding me? Right? Pretty sure the Second Amendment and like our founding fathers made it none of your goddamn business who owns a weapon and who the fuck does not. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The founding fathers and their fucking infinite wisdom made it none of your goddamn business how many weapons I fucking own. Ugh.
So I'm looking at some of how they save lives and stuff, right? High capacity magazines that hold more than 10 rounds serve only one purpose: to allow someone to shoot as many bullets as possible in the shortest amount of time. These magazines are used in most mass shootings.
Wait, I'm sorry. A revolver was fucking used in the last one.
Right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah.
Ban high-capacity revolvers!
High capacity.
Ban them!
Shut up. Disarm all domestic abusers. That one's already in effect.
Yeah, that's already a thing.
Already a thing.
Next.
Here's how they word it, right? While current law bans some domestic abusers from gun possession, others remain free to buy and possess the guns that are too often used to threaten and abuse. Congress needs to act to close loopholes that allow dating partner abusers, individuals convicted of stalking, and those subject to a temporary restraining order to continue possessing guns, and to make surrender of guns from prohibited abusers mandatory. It's called the Lautenberg Amendment, dumbass. If you are subject to the Lautenberg Amendment, guess what? You can't even be in the military. Oh, check that. You can be in the military in one MOS.
Chaplain.
You can be a chaplain. Disarm all domestic abusers. That's already on the books.
Right? That
that's
exists.
Law. Yeah, that's already there. That's fucking, oh my God. Safe storage and mandatory theft reporting. While many gun owners use responsible storage practices and estimated 4.6 million children living in homes with unsecured guns contributing to accidental deaths, there are few laws in place to ensure that guns are stored securely when not in use. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this because it's fucking it's too funny because they can't even fucking do their own shit correctly.
Right. Well, one, it's the gun owner's responsibility. This is how we get, like, we got to keep government small. Like.
Right. No, we need big government apparently.
Apparently, we need government to micromanage every single aspect of our fucking lives. And unless it's with the clear backpacks, I draw the line at the clear backpacks.
Now you're invading our no, this is what you wanted. You wanted the government to make you safe. You wanted the school to do something. And they did it, and now you're not happy with it. Again, be careful what you ask for. Because the government will deliver more than what you want. And here's the other thing about that safe storage and mandatory theft reporting. I'm sorry, I don't know one gun owner who would not report his weapons stolen because he wants them fucking back.
Right.
I'm just saying. I know there's some good collectors out there, and they got some nice pieces. They're gonna report their shit stolen.
Yeah. Exactly. Any responsible gun owner, if their weapon is stolen, they're gonna fucking immediately report it in and be like, hey, this is missing. Please keep an eye out for it. But
yeah.
All right, y'all. It is break time.
Wow.
When we come back, we are going to be talking about the Supreme Court of the United States and their ruling yesterday. Their quote narrow ruling that was 7-2, but it was a narrow victory or ruling or fucking whatever. Anyways, I think it's kind of ironic that it's Pride Month and the gay couple lost at the Supreme Court.
Jesus.
I'm a terrible person.
Throw some salt in there.
What?
Let me throw some salt in there.
Right? Wait, no, I can't do it. It's so, oh God, it's so awkward. Just, yeah. Ugh. All right, y'all. We'll be back. So, don't go anywhere.
Shots.
Take a look inside your life. Is it so bad? Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where you lost your faith. Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Why you keep it in your head? Is it so bad? Never heard a word you say it, and it's so sad. Tell me when you lost your way, 'cause it's so bad. Won't see you when I pray, and it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Is it what you want? Is it what you need now? Is it what you breathe? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you feel? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you wanted? I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Hello, you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, you. Will you come back down? Hello, you. Won't you come back down to me? Hello, you.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Cartman! Yeah!
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Tied Up Tuesday. I'm your host, Minx. Wait for it. There's Great Cloud. Woohoo! Woo! We are back with part 2 on June 5th, 2018.
Products. We have breaking news.
We do have breaking news.
We do have some breaking news. Oh my God. Police are pursuing a stolen tank on I-95. It's so I'm looking at some of the picture supposedly that somebody sent in. It's not a tank. It looks like a 113, which is an armored personnel carrier. But you know, civilians can't understand what real military items look like. So everything that's made of steel and rolls on tracks is a tank to them.
I mean, duh.
Duh. It's a tank. Virginia State Police are pursuing a stolen tank on 995, according to sources. Several people have reported seeing the tank near the Dinwiddie area on 460 heading towards I-85. No word on who the thief is or how that person got access to the tank in the first place. We are following this story, and we will bring you updates on NBC 12 News app as we learn more. So we'll be watching that story throughout the rest of the show because, let's face it, when military equipment such as anything that's armored is always turns out awesome because it'll be hilarious. I don't care.
Awesome.
Wait a minute. I don't think this is Pookie's forte, Kaz. Initiate recall.
Oh my god. Right,
apparently Pookie is now being blamed for
right? No, y'all, are you not paying attention to the tracker? I clearly put on there that it's Carl. It's Carl, not God. Pookie.
Yeah, I would agree that's probably Carl.
Carl.
It's it's very interesting that this is what they decided to steal. Granted, they could go if they got a full tank of fuel, and as long as they don't throw a track, they could make it pretty far.
I've never been in one. I wouldn't know.
All the kids at Fort Lee take a break.
Right.
Oh man, that's. Whew.
All right, y'all.
Good. All right, let's get into some more.
Get into some shit.
Some shit.
And by that, I mean mostly the Supreme Court ruling from yesterday, which is a big deal. It's a big deal. One that it even had to go to the Supreme Court. Right. I think it's ridiculous that it had to even go to the Supreme Court. But so according to every single news article that you can find on this, it is called a narrow decision. However, when you look at the ballots and who cast for what, the final tally was 7-2. That's not a narrow decision. Narrow decision is, I could understand, 6-3. 5-4. 5-4. That is a narrow decision. 7-2. That's a blowout.
So I got some and here's what they're saying is the narrow part is the I don't want to say legalese of it, but so the reasoning of it was a 6-2 in the reasoning. So somebody didn't vote on the reasoning apparently. So that makes it a little narrower in the vote count. But 7-2, the margin for siding with the decision was 7-2. Does that make sense? Okay. So, Nation, if you have not read this, go in there and actually read the opinions. Okay, read both the majority opinion and the dissenting opinion. Okay, that's how you get smart on these things. That's how you understand why they came to the conclusions they came. They cite a lot of previous cases. They use the Colorado's own stuff against them on the way they decided the case. So it becomes very interesting on how the case came down. So 6-2 on the reasoning, 7-2 on the decision itself, being that should be the decision. But it's interesting that they stayed away from actually ruling on the case itself, right? So that's a weird way to say that. So what they did is they ruled on this individual case and how this individual, this incident was treated. Okay. What they did not do is they did not identify and protect an individual's right, and protect that right of religious freedom to use to refuse service to somebody based on your religious beliefs. Okay. And it's very interesting that they stayed away from that piece, because that is going to come back up somewhere else. It will. It truly will come back up, and it will be another point of contention for another case. Everybody says, well, this doesn't really set a precedent. Well, it does set a legal precedent, right? On how individuals are treated and how should they be treated as they go to the process of being charged with these discrimination acts or violations of discriminatory law and whatnot. So did it really protect him in a way? Yes. The court sided with him. He is now in the, everything is overturned by the Supreme Court. That ruling is final and just. Okay. What it did not answer, though, is the pressing question is, can you refuse service based on your beliefs? Okay. And what the Supreme Court did is they cited several other cases that the Colorado
the Civil Rights Commission. Right,
the Civil Rights Commission ruled on, and they used those own cases against the state of Colorado, and in this case used it against them because the same justification. Well, they didn't feel it was right to be able to do those things. So they did not give the same weight and merit to this individual, and they felt like he was singled out because of his beliefs by the state of Colorado's Civil Rights Commissioner. So it's a very interesting call. I think they should have went a step further and actually defined what is protected and what is not. Because, like everybody's quoting in several things, tolerance is a two-way street. Okay, I have to be able to believe. You want me to believe what you believe, but yet you don't have to believe what I believe. That's not how it works. That's not how a functioning society works. And again, the other opinion is they could have went anywhere else and taken their business anywhere else to get the same exactly what they wanted. But no, they wanted to make a stand. They wanted to make a stink, because that's what individuals in these capacities do. It wasn't about a wedding cake at that point. They wanted to make a scene, and they wanted their 15 minutes of fame. Well, they got it, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the baker. Read the decision. Get out there and read the decision, because it'll help you form your own opinion, and you'll see exactly how the justices thought in this process. Thanks.
I mean, yeah, no, I've got the article pulled up right here, and I was actually gonna read a bit of it.
Go ahead.
So Justice Kennedy has said the outcome of cases like this and other circumstances must await further elaboration in the courts, all in the context of recognizing that these disputes must be resolved with tolerance without undue disrespect to sincere religious beliefs, and without subjecting gay persons to indignities when they seek goods and services in an open market. So obviously it wasn't trying to say, hey, we're picking, this dude's Christian religion over the fact that you're gay. It had nothing to do with that. It was, there has to be a mutual respect between both parties. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of people aren't seeing, is that, all they see is like, discrimination against them because they're gay. No. Like, by all means, they could have literally gone to literally any other bakery in the state of Colorado.
Yes, they could have.
Like when they got turned down. Like as soon as they said, you know, hey, it's a wedding cake. And the dude was like, I'm sorry, but I can't make this for you. It's against my religious beliefs. Instead of throwing a tantrum, like you said, Grey Cloud, they should have just been like, okay, we respect that. Have a good day. You know, we'll make sure that, and what they could have done even, they could have taken it a step further to say, we'll make sure to put the word out to the gay community not to come here. So that way this sort of situation does not happen again.
Right.
You know, and then now he's going to lose money because let's face it, the gays are fucking fabulous when it comes to their weddings. They are. You cannot deny it. So like he's going to be losing out on a lot of money. But you know, whatever, if that's his religious preference, what the fuck ever. You know, like no one is going to force a Muslim man to make them a fucking BLT sandwich. You know, because one, they're not even going to have pork product in their fucking deli. And then two, like, who are you to enforce? Just because you like bacon doesn't mean you can force someone to handle it whose religion specifically states, hey, don't touch pig or pork product. Which, if you think about it, anyone who follows Christianity should not be eating shellfish or pork.
But it's so delicious.
It is so good, though.
So delicious.
That's why I renounced it. Well, that and other reasons. I had questions, and I actually talked about that earlier today with one of my nurses. I had questions about some shit, and that was not ever answered. I was always told to like, oh, just pray about it. And it's like, but I'm asking you, and you went to college for this. Like, I just want to know where in the 7 days were dinosaurs made?
They had their chance.
But where in the 7 days? We know they existed.
They had their chance.
Ugh, it's so frustrating. And then the whole population of everybody, like of all the people, came from two people who only had sons.
Things happen.
Yeah. Game of Thrones style.
Exactly. Game of Thrones style.
But yeah, all right. So anyways, we digressed. But Justice Kennedy often cast the deciding vote in closely divided cases on major social issues. When the court agreed to hear the Colorado case last June, it seemed to present him with a stark choice between two of his core commitments. On one hand, Justice Kennedy has written every major Supreme Court decision protecting gay men and lesbians. On the other, he is the court's most ardent defender of free speech. So on Monday, Justice Kennedy chose a third path, one that seemed to apply only to the case before the court. Writing for the majority in the 7-2 decision, he said the Civil Rights Commission's ruling against the baker, Jack Phillips, had been infected by religious animus. He cited that he said were inappropriate and dismissive comments from one commissioner in saying that the panel had acted inappropriately and that its decision should be overturned. The neutral and respectful consideration to which Phillips was entitled was compromised here, Justice Kennedy wrote. The Civil Rights Commission's treatment of his case has some elements of a clear and impermissible hostility towards the sincere religious beliefs that motivated his objection. That passage echoed his plea for tolerance in his majority opinion in 2015 in Obergefell versus Hodges.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right? I don't know.
Close
Close enough, right? There's a G in there. I don't know. Which recognized a constitutional right to same-sex marriage. In that decision, he called for an open and searching debate between those who oppose same-sex marriage on religious grounds and those who considered such unions proper or indeed essential. So when the Colorado case was argued in December, Justice Kennedy seemed frustrated with the main choices available to him and hinted that he was looking for an off-ramp. His question suggested that his vote had not been among the 4 that had been needed to add the case to the court's docket. The breadth of the court's majority was a testament to the narrowness of the decision's reasoning. Chief Justice John Roberts Jr. and Justices Breyer, Alito, and Kagan and Gorsuch joined Kennedy's majority opinion. Justice Thomas voted with the majority, but would have adopted broader reasons. Justice Ginsburg joined Sotomayor in dissenting.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, you could have saw that coming. So here's what's interesting about this, right? You know, we talk about the rationale and the vote, right? So it's a 7-2 vote. Here's what makes it very interesting is that 2 liberal justices sided with the conservative half of the court.
Yep.
Let's think about that for a hot minute. If 2 of the 4 liberal justices on the bench sided with the conservative half of the court, obviously there's an issue with the way the ruling was handled at the lower courts.
Yep.
So it's not like, oh no, he's being discriminated. No, there was an issue with the way the case was handled, and that's the narrow scope, right? Or the narrow, however you want to call it. Again, it goes back to what I talked about earlier, is that they looked at just that one piece of it, and I think they should have expanded upon it further and made it happen. Or went back and said, you know, businesses can do whatever they want. It's a private entity. And that's what people tend to forget, right? People preach about First Amendment and all this other garbage, right? Great. That applies to the government. The government cannot dictate religions, freedom of speech, all this other stuff. Okay? People tend to forget that it's to protect the people from the government. If you're a private business, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
And that's just it, though. Private businesses have reserved the right to refuse service to anyone. They don't have to give a reason.
And that's where it's starting to become an issue, with this public accommodation laws and all this other garbage, right? So it gets tricky for businesses now. And it's not fair because the government is basically dictating to businesses on how they can run and who they can take as a customer. So when I start my Scotch and cigar bar, right, there's going to be a membership because then it's a private club. And I can dictate who I let in and who I don't. Because people pay a fee now to be a part of my club and to come to my location. Right, cause no shirt, no shoes, no service. But that goes to health code, right? So that can be dictated because you are protecting the public health at that point. So yes, so no shirt, no shoes, no service, that's fine. You're protecting the public health at that point. So yeah, you can reserve those individuals. You can refuse those individuals from entering your establishment because you are protecting the public health at that point. Now, as in the case of, I don't know, the smelly McDonald's guy from a few weeks back, right? So he was clothed, he had shoes and a shirt on, and he smelled, okay? And somebody purchased him food. So that could be a case of discrimination because he's being discriminated because he's homeless. Granted, it's not a protected class at this time. What if the homeless became a protected class because there's so many of them? Technically, they would fall as a minority, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're now homeless.
Right, and the majority are homed.
Right. So therefore, now you could have a fight for them to be a protected class. And they should be allowed the same opportunity for services and whatnot that all the other protected classes get. Hell, let's take it another step further and get another subset out of that. Homeless veterans. A definite minority. So it just blows my mind that this is what we want to focus on, right? Just take your fucking business elsewhere. Holy shit, he doesn't want to do it for you. He doesn't want to do it for you. There are plenty of other businesses that would gladly take your money and give you whatever the fuck you want, because that's their business model.
So,
Well, it's for anybody.
all
It's
right,
fine.
I'm going to play devil's advocate really quickly.
Okay.
Do you think this could potentially open the door for discrimination by the way of saying this is against my religious beliefs?
Okay, so yes, I think there is a opportunity for it to be abused. I will not argue that fact. Okay, that train of thought. There is an opportunity for it to be abused. Okay, I won't argue that. However, the gentleman that owns this cake store has an established history of this type of service in this policy. So it's not like he just willy-nilly made it up because he didn't want to serve this one particular gay couple. No, this has been his stance since he opened his shop.
Right, since gay marriage was legalized in Colorado, because
Right. Now,
it was legalized there before nationwide.
Right. Here's the problem, though, and this is one of the other kickers in this case. They came to him in 2012 because they were married in Massachusetts, or they're going to go be married in Massachusetts.
Right.
Same-sex marriage was not recognized in the state of Colorado at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So you throw that in there. So by the time it works its way through the system, same-sex marriage is now recognized in the state of Colorado and can be done there, right? And now it's going forward. So that's another piece that got, if you read the opinion, guys. Go out there and find it, download it, and read it. That's one of the things that they take into consideration. So, yes, does it have the potential to be abused? Yes. That's where due diligence of those commissions come into play. Has it been this individual's or this business's practice since they opened, and this is their grounds and this is what they're standing for? Then they have a legitimate leg to stand on. But if it's hit and miss with their cases and they're not consistent in their business practice, then by all means fine them and hold them accountable to the law. But no, I do think there is a potential for abuse if it's not checked correctly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shitty situation either way. And again, if the government lets the free market run like it should, it would take care of itself. Again, because there's plenty of other businesses that would have taken that couple's money and given them whatever they wanted. And the other argument he used is they were asking for him to use, he had a good reputation for being artistic with his cakes. So basically you want him to be, to design something artful that goes against what he believes. Well, technically you're hiring a private entity at that point to create art. And that's how I would see it. So I think the Supreme Court ruled well on this. However, I think they should have really dug into the issue, but they avoided the issue like they do on a lot of these cases, and they limit what they look at for the scope. So I think they could have done a better job, but at least the ruling came out the way it should have, and they sided with the baker.
Yeah. Which I like, honestly, I fully agree. I think they should have.
It sucks because
it does.
Alina Hoengston in the Facebook live chat, yeah, there are some loopholes in there now, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't go in there and he owned the shop, Kaz. It was his business.
Yeah.
So he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, it does leave open some loopholes because, like you said, there could be a chance for abuse in there. So be prepared to see more of these challenges, more of these cases. The thing is, though, is that now that there's a ruling from the Supreme Court of the United States, there's a case precedent on how to handle these cases at the lower courts.
Mm-hmm.
And that sets up, hopefully, it doesn't have to go back to the Supreme Court for any of these cases. Eventually, it'll come to the point where the Supreme Court will have to rule on how do you protect the other side. Great, we've done all these things to protect all these minorities, right? Now the majorities or well-established beliefs or practices are now being attacked for being in the wrong for some reason. The other side always wants to preach fucking tolerance, but yet they're not willing to tolerate anything else that's not their side. So it's going to have to come to that. Eventually, it's going to have to come down to that ruling where they got to make a choice. They have to actually fucking rule on it to make it better. Or it's going to get worse. You're going to start seeing many, many challenges. Can you not sell a cake to someone of a religion that you don't agree with now? But in theory, again, it goes back to how they would see it. I mean, Christians went into gay cake makers and said, I would like this cake made with these the beliefs on it or whatever. And they sided with the cake maker on that side, or the baker or the shop, right? And those cases were used against the Colorado Civil Rights Commission.
Yep.
Because it's the same thing. I said, nope, we're going to side with those guys. So again, it's
almost become a very, very touchy situation between anyone who's not Christian or like Catholicism belief versus anyone who is. And that's seems to be the common denominator. It's and it's like what you said when these Christian couple went to a gay baker and was like, hey, I would like a wedding cake or a cake but with all these Christian symbols on it. And the gay baker was like, no, I don't believe in that. And then when the Christian couple sued, the courts ruled in favor of the gay baker.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm all about, if we're gonna attack one religion, like attack them all.
Right.
Like if you're gonna single out one, single out all of them.
Right. Yeah. So no, they did. They refused because they wanted the cake with the Bible verses on it. That's what was refused by those bakers. So and yes, it does come back to the First Amendment. Okay, but again, it goes back to those individuals who want to just apply it to them when it sees fit. Okay, not across the board equally, right? Oh well, you're a majority or whatever. So this really doesn't apply to you. It only applies to those in the minority or a protected class. Let's face it, Christians are not a protected class.
They're not.
So let's face it. Anybody who's straight, not a protected class. Because you have all these opportunities to do whatever, right? Last time I checked, hard work and dedication got you a lot further than, I don't know, really, orientation and skin color. But everybody's experience in life is different. And yeah, fuck it. Assholes. But the court got it right. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. What else? What else have we got going on today in the news and whatnot?
Okay. So, the Philadelphia Eagles were allegedly supposed to go to the White House today for a celebration. However, President Trump, because there was some disagreement on the NFL's new policy that players are supposed to stand during the national anthem. So apparently some Eagle players were under the impression that President Trump had something to do about that. And went out and so they kind of sent out, what's the right phrase? Sent out a memo or tweets that they were not happy about the president forming this new NFL policy because somehow he has dominion over the NFL, which is a private company, and the policies and rules and regulations that this company puts on its employees, who are paid millions of dollars a year to handle a ball. And so basically, long story short, which was not, short at all. President Trump pretty much told the Eagles to suck a dick. I'm pretty sure it was verbatim. He sent out a memo, and it was a pretty lengthy memo, but verbatim, it was pretty much fuck off, suck a dick. I do what I want. And, so the Eagles were disinvited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. They were disinvited to the White House. So President Trump today held a celebration without the Eagles. And for fucking who knows whatever fucking reason, some asshat clown decided to fucking kneel during the anthem because reasons? I honestly don't know. So the article says, although there was no ceremony involving the Philadelphia Eagles at the White House today, the show did go on without them, just as President Trump said it would. Oh my God, it's like what he says actually happened. So it's fucking refreshing. So after rescinding the Eagles' White House invite on Monday, Trump promised to replace the team's celebration with a different type of ceremony. And that's exactly what happened on the south lawn of the White House today. Instead of celebrating the Eagles' Super Bowl win over the Patriots, Trump decided to honor America by paying tribute to the heroes who fight to protect it. The president almost promised to loudly and proudly play the national anthem at his event, which ended up lasting for about 10 minutes. During the short ceremony, the Marine Band played the national anthem, which was followed by a short speech from President Trump. He said, "I want to take this opportunity to explain why young Americans stand for the national anthem. Maybe it's about time that we understood. We stand to honor our military and to honor our country and to remember the fallen heroes who never made it back home. We stand to show our love to our fellow citizens and our magnificent Constitution." So despite President Trump's insistence that everyone should stand for the national anthem at all times, there was at least one ass clown at the White House on Tuesday who decided to kneel. And it was captured by a Swedish correspondent for Sweden's SVT. So apparently the relationship between the Eagles and the White House started going south Friday when the two sides began finalizing details for Tuesday's trip. According to multiple reports, the Eagles are planning to send fewer than 15 players to the event, which did not sit well with the White House. The White House released a statement on Tuesday that said it sensed a lack of good faith from the Eagles while planning the event, which led to the cancellation. Instead of visiting the White House, the Eagles held a previously scheduled OTA session. What?
It's so interesting that this has become a point of contention to visiting the White House. Just go to the fucking White House and be done with it. You know, suck it up, get some good press. Because here's the thing: there's no such thing as bad press.
No, there's not.
There's not. There's just press. Okay, and it's fucking just go, get your press, get your 15 minutes on the camera in the limelight, and blah 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 blah, and fucking be done with it. It just, for fuck's sake, you're paid to play professional football.
Right.
Like every little boy's dream. Oh, I'm going to play professional football. I'm going to go to the White House. No, after winning the Super Bowl. And then Disney World. But it's become such a fucking point of contention with the 45 in the office that everybody's scared. Oh no, he doesn't stand for this or that and blah blah blah. Well, fuck, just go. When would you get another opportunity to go to the White House as champions of your sport?
Right? God, especially as an Eagles player. Like, no, let's be honest for a second. Especially as part of the Eagles.
Here's what even makes this whole thing worse, right? Let's say after Trump's done with his terms, right? He's done being president. He goes back to being a business person. Will anybody actually care? Probably not. Everybody wants to make this a big fucking deal. It's not. Go to the fucking White House, shake the hand, be done with it. Don't even shake his hand. Just go to the White House, get your photo op, tour the grounds, blah, blah, and go. It's like an hour out of your fucking day. Max. Because let's face it, the POTUS is on a tight timeline no matter what. So go there, get your hour, and be done. End of story. No, you want to make this big social stink. You want to have this fight and all this other garbage. And now fucking news stations are fucking fighting amongst themselves on how one side played it down to the other. Again, this is the problem with the 24-hour news cycle. Everybody wants to fucking play up one side when they got an advantage, or make it look and trim the article to where it shows just the one piece where the one side looks great and the other side looks like a douchebag. Where does that get us as a society? Fucking nowhere. It gets us absolutely fucking nowhere because it. Fuck's sake, just go and be done. Get off your fucking high and mighty, I'm a fucking social justice warrior and all this other fucking shit. No, there's only justice. Okay? Leave that out of everything else. Leave it out of sports, leave it out of fucking schools, leave it out of fucking everything. Just fucking go. God, you petty assholes. You ruin an opportunity to for your whole team to go and be a part of something that every other fucking sports championship team has done, mostly. But no, you want to be fucking petty. Fucking, you know what? Be petty. And don't bitch about you never win another championship after this. Just saying. Because it's not going to happen. Minx, what do you think?
I was just letting you go, dude.
How are we functioning as a society in the U.S.? Seriously.
I don't know.
Yes, all the Dr. Peppers you can drink. Oh, I'd love that. Oh, God, that's a good movie. Those are good scenes. Whew. Oh, Casey's got a great idea. They should have backup people. They should have backup people who want to go to the White House for an hour.
Right? And then those bitches start next season.
Yeah. Just show up and get paid for one pay. You don't have to go into the game. Just show up for the start of the game, get paid your game paycheck, and go away.
Mm-hmm. But you get starting pay salary.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You show up for your one game paycheck and go away.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. It's a great idea, Casey. We should write the POTUS about that idea. Send in the practice team. Yeah, send in the practice squad. We'll be good to go. Whew. Man, God, how are we functioning? Seriously, how are we functioning as a society?
Right? I don't know. But Kaz is over here saying that M113 is Pookie.
M113.
He's best stepdad ever is convinced it's Pookie.
It's not Pookie.
He's convinced.
Oh my God, there's fucking VDOT video. They got helicopter and being chased by a slew of squad cars. Oh, it's moving out of clip too. Look at that. It is moving out of clip.
Is it booking it?
It's moving for a 113, I think. I mean, it's going.
It's trying.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fucking Carl. It's not Pookie.
It's not Pookie.
Pookie knows he'd be fired.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you have a full tank of fuel, you're looking at 300 clicks, give or take.
Well, how far?
Spike strips. Cause what the hell?
Spike strips on.
Oh my God, spike strips.
Have they tried spike strips?
What? No. Pookie wants his own show. Well, this is not the way to get it.
Right.
Unless he's going to be broadcasting from prison.
Right. Oh, I wonder if we could Pookie, see if you can get prison of choice. Go to Leavenworth. And then we could update our little logo right there. The Pentagon Alamo Area 51 Leavenworth.
Yes, because that's what we need.
Oh, real quick. There was an update on Bergdahl.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Before we go on break, there was an update on Bergdahl.
Motherfucker.
So as we know, he was sentenced in November. Right? He was demoted to E1. Forfeiture of pay, has to pay back $10,000. He was not given prison time, and then, like every court martial, it goes through an appeals process, like you said, Grey Cloud.
Yes.
So the
fucking appeals.
The appeals process is done, and the officer in charge of that agreed with the sentencing and agreed that no prison time should be served.
Right.
So Bergdahl will not see the inside of a jail cell, at least for, committing desertion.
Right. He was reduced to private, and that's what the article calls him, is Private Bo Bergdahl. Forfeiture of $1,000 a month and pay for 10 months, and he received dishonorable discharge. Yep. So he is. So the next step is the case is now referred to the Army Court of Criminal Appeals at Fort Belvoir, which automatically reviews any punitive discharges, which dishonorable is a punitive discharge. I want this case to be done and over with already.
It should be.
Yeah. Well, it's got to go through that last appeal, hopefully, and then it's fucking done. I want it to be done already. That fucking guy. Wow. The tank, the M113 is on a roll.
Is it?
Yes. Oh my God. He would just be hired by Russia's FSB. He doesn't know enough to be hired by them. Oh. The rumor is that he's going to get some of the back pay.
Not all of it, but some of it.
Right. The rumor is he will get some of the back pay, which is really fucking shitty.
Yeah.
It's really, really shitty. That he will get some of that fucking back pay.
Right. But it is break time.
Woohoo, break time.
Right? Hell yeah. So when we come back, we are going to talk about Dennis Rodman.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes. We're going to talk about Dennis Rodman going to to Singapore for the North Korean summit. And apparently the chick who played Rose in Star Wars deleted her Instagram account because I am not the only one who's pissed off that character even exists.
No, she's good balance for the Force.
All right. So that's what we're going to talk about when we get back. So everyone, hang tight. We'll be back. Shots.
get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. Got my shit together, I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. My mouth is blurry and my vision's dry. I'm looking at the world taken through bloodshot eyes. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final hour of Tied Up Tuesday on this June 5th, 2018. We're back.
Woohoo!
Woo! All right, y'all.
Oh, man.
I mean, we don't have to get right to Rodman.
Oh, my God. I don't understand why I don't. Why is he even involved? Why is his name even brought up in this this thing?
Well, one, he is like literally Rocket Man's like BFF.
I don't give two shits. He should not. No.
He is Asian Cartman's BFF.
Oh,
you let them have this.
No. No, he is not a statesman. He is. No. This is wrong on so many levels. But here's my question. Do you really think Secret Service will let him get close to anybody?
Oh, yeah. I do, actually.
Why? Why?
Because Dennis Rodman has been one of the only people from the U.S. to ever visit North Korea and return in one piece.
That's great.
Consistently.
That's great.
He and Kim Jong-un, you cannot deny it, have developed somehow. They have developed this friendship.
This friend shit.
I don't care what you call it. But they've developed this sort of relationship. And apparently what turned Kim Jong-un on to even having talks with President Trump is because of Dennis Rodman handing him Trump's autobiography, The Art of the Deal.
Really?
That's according to this article. So this article says NBA star turned Kim Jong-un's soulmate, Dennis Rodman, will be in Singapore during President Trump's summit with the North Korean dictator next week, the Post has learned. The worm will arrive in the country a day before the June 12th sit-down, and sources say he could even play some sort of role in the negotiations.
Like being a sacrifice?
No matter what you might think about his presence, Gray Cloud, one thing's for sure, the ratings will be huge, a source said. A lot of times, the source even said your name, because that is just how goddamn bitter you are about this whole thing.
He should not be there.
Why not?
He has no place in this whatsoever. World War 2018 coming to TV. Thank you, Casey. That's what this is going to turn into.
No, it is not. Just calm your shit. Calm your titties over there. Let me finish.
Fine.
Fucking, I will come over there and break your hip. So a lot of times in situations that involve complex diplomacy, countries like to identify ambassadors of goodwill. And whether you agree with it or not, Dennis Rodman has fit the bill. So the zany 6'7" ex-baller who has struck up an unlikely bromance with the pint-sized 5'7" Kim. Aw, he's taller than me. This is bullshit. It's his hair. It's the only reason. It's his fucking hair. And has visited the rogue regime 5 times in the past. Took some of the credit for getting the two leaders together. In an April interview with TMZ, Rodman said that Kim didn't understand the president until he gave the North Korean strongman a copy of Trump's ghostwritten book, The Art of the Deal, for his birthday in 2017. I think Kim didn't realize who Donald Trump was at the time, I guess. He just started to read the book and started to get to understand him. Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un are pretty much the same. Oh, God, Rodman told the website. I don't want to take all the credit. I don't want to sit there and say, I did this, I did that. That's not my intention, Rodman also said. My intention was to go over and be a sports ambassador to North Korea so people understand how the people are in North Korea. I think that has resonated to this whole point now. So Darren Prince, who is Rodman's rep, said no trip to Singapore had been confirmed, but that the Worm would be willing to go if his expertise. Why? Okay, I have a question.
He's not an expert. I'll answer it for you.
I have a question.
He's not an expert.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question.
Oh.
Why is he called the Worm?
I don't know. It's something from his basketball shit. But let me answer Kaz right there in chat. It is a Tuesday night that happens, Kaz.
It is.
It is.
It's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, even. So there. So we will be on air that night when this fucking shindig goes down. I don't know why he's called the Worm. Maybe because he's now slimy and with
oh my god
the Kim Jong-un. Fuck no.
You're
no.
So
should not be going on this thing.
You're so biased against him.
This should not
so
be happening.
Biased.
What fucking oh my god. What alternate reality are we in where Dennis Rodman is playing a role in foreign relations for the United States? Seriously. Why is he even involved in this shit? Why is this even a possibility of him being there?
I don't know, man. Just let it fucking happen. I get it. You're bitter that you're not fucking there yourself.
I don't want to be there. That's what makes it weirder. I don't want to be there.
Oh my god. You know that gif of the kid who threw themselves down on their back in like the fall scene with like the leaves all around them and they're throwing a tantrum? That's you. That's you right now.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
This should not be happening. It should not. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to make sure that GOT doesn't come out till 2020.
You have no power here.
We'll see what we can do. The nickname Worm was apparently given to Dennis by his mother for wiggling around while playing pinball as a child.
Right? And Ellis has a great point. Rodman is an alien. MIB confirmed this.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Right? So obviously, since it was in a movie, it was completely true.
It's from Hollywood, so
right?
It's true.
So obviously, it's right.
Obviously, it's true.
All right, let me finish now.
I'm fine.
God. Fucking typical man never lets a woman finish.
But that's not true.
I went there.
That's not true.
I wouldn't know. So, anywho. Rodman said, Prince, who's Rodman's rep, said he's talked about it, but no final trip or plans have been made. Prince marveled at the treatment Rodman got years ago when he first decided to visit the North at Kim's invitation. It seemed like everyone in the U.S. turned on him, and now things seem to be happening. So he's just happy it's happening. He's just hoping for a great historic outcome. Trump and Kim will meet at a luxury resort in Sentosa Island for nuclear talks next week in Singapore. The historic meeting will be held at the Capella Hotel, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted. And it's scheduled for 9 a.m. Singapore time on the 12th or 9 p.m. New York time on the 11th. So technically it's going to happen Monday night for us here in the States.
I'll be calling in.
Right? Oh my God. Oh, it's going to be on Ice's show. Lucky bastard. He gets all the good shows.
Right. Well, he'll get the live stuff, but we'll be doing a lot of the post analysis.
Right?
So there's that.
Ooh, true. We do.
So, but no, it's just got it. Whatever.
So
I'm not happy with it, but fine, whatever. Let it happen.
I'm not happy with it.
I'm not.
Meh.
I'm not. I
Meh.
just don't think
I'm not happy. Meh.
so.
Ooh, really quick before we get on to why Rose is the worst character in Star Wars ever.
Yes.
Right? I know we're gonna touch on that hooker really quickly. Mostly because she apparently could not take my legion of haters coming at her. Well, okay, sorry, they're not mine. I can't claim them. But yeah, so allegedly, a new report reveals that dozens of criminal illegal immigrants shielded by New York City's sanctuary policy were released from jail and quickly rearrested for new crimes. Imagine that. Holy shit.
No.
Oh my God. So according to ICE, and like not our ICE, but like Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement, whatever. Holy fucking hell. 440 criminal aliens. 440. Criminal aliens were released from New York jails between January and April despite having ICE detainers placed against them. Of those 440, 40 of them have already reoffended and been rearrested, according to ICE. So in just 3 months, more than 3 dozen criminal aliens, also known as illegal immigrants, were released from local custody. Simply put, the politics and rhetoric in this city are putting its own communities at unnecessary risk, said Scott, Machowski? Yes. Acting Field Office Director for ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations in New York. On Fox and Friends, New York State Assemblyman Kieran Layler said sanctuary policies are a gift to criminals that only put legal citizens and law enforcement at risk. New York City police have already done the risky work of arresting these people. It's expensive. They put their necks on the line. They've brought them in. Now they're released. ICE has to go back out into the community, in some cases, guns drawn, into dangerous situations and rearrest them, he said. It's an unnecessary risk. It's wasteful. It encourages illegal immigration, something we should not be doing. Dude, that's fucking insane.
And, you know, props to those cities and counties in California that are fighting the sanctuary status.
Santa Barbara, looking at you.
Yep.
No,
so
Santa Clara.
They're fighting that sanctuary status, and that's what. And I don't think you'll see that from New York, unfortunately. Even in the rural areas that have farming and whatnot, catch and release. That's awesome. This isn't a lake with trout.
It could be.
It could be. I mean, based on that theory. But what's interesting is that statistic you threw out is how many were already rearrested for crimes. Right. So obviously there's an issue that nobody wants to acknowledge because they are afraid of the backlash from whatever imaginary entity is going to give them backlash for arresting criminals and throwing them out of the country because they are not here legally to begin with. Right? So you commit a crime, but yet you're allowed to stay because for whatever fucking reason, they think it's important to keep you here for some, you provide something to society, but yet you're a criminal, and then you go into the taxpayer holding facility, I guess, at that point. So what does it take to make this happen and be better? What will it actually take for these people to actually be thrown out of these places that have these sanctuary statutes? Or statutes, excuse me. Al, so give us your lazy, your criminal, your psychotic yearning to be free.
That's not on the Statue of Liberty. I've been there. She does not say that.
It's just vigilantes. What? Oh, unfortunately, I think it's gonna get there. Go back to the Gangs of New York, that movie.
Oh.
Which is based on some historical facts and evidence, but if it gets to that, it's gonna be a whole nother issue.
Fact.
If vigilantes start coming out like, I don't know, what's that fucking funny haha one? God, the trash man. No. Anyways, but if it comes, what if it were to come to that? Seriously. Vigilantes? Throw them over the Canadian border, eh?
Right, we could do that.
Let the Canadians deal with them, eh? But it's just so frustrating that these are the policies that there are, because why? Because obviously
it's always been.
Well, here's the thing, though: are these actually things that are being voted on, or is it just laws being passed by the feel-good legislation to make sure that these things happen to keep those possible votes or that income, or whatever you want to call it, to swing in their favor? Right? Because let's face it, it's all about numbers and money for the Democrats to keep control where they need to keep control. Well, democracy is already destroyed. I mean, we've already established that the U.S. is not functioning correctly, and I'm not sure how it's continuing to function. And I saw the comment in here earlier of there being, could we be the next Roman Empire where we just collapse? Right.
Oh, Cause brings up a great point. So beliefs of socialists are to raise taxes to pay for social programs, but there's a very long list of Hollywood elites who are delinquent in paying these taxes. This is true. There is.
Who's the most recent one on there?
Tori Spelling.
That's what it was. That's the one that hit the story today.
Tori Spelling. She currently owes the state of California almost $300,000 in taxes. I don't know how. What the fuck does she do? She's done nothing.
Movies and stuff?
Since when?
I don't know.
The bitch has been out of the spotlight since ever. Literally since like the 90s when, she's on Beverly Hills. And even then, like, she is more of a horse face than Sarah Jessica Parker. So I'm sorry, she's not an attractive woman. She's just not. And like, I get it. Like, I'm not the most attractive bitch out there either. But like, when I compare myself to like her, I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm doing better than that. Like, so I'm good. Chris Tucker.
What, do you have the list in front of you?
I do. So comedian Chris Tucker, who blamed poor accounting and business management when he settled his giant tax bill after the government placed a $2.5 million lien against him in Georgia 4 years ago, is back on the hook with the state for more than $1.2 million.
Jesus.
In California.
How the hell do you owe that kind of tax money and you're not a business?
Apparently owing a whopping $20 million in taxes is Ted Field, son of Marshall Field, the longtime owner of the Chicago Sun-Times, who produced the film Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. How the fuck did you not pay taxes off of that?
Oh my God.
You owe $20 million to the brokest state in the union. The Hollywood Reporter revealed in January that Field, who was once on the Forbes list of the world's richest people, had a total tax debt of $100 million.
Oh my God.
And drove a 2009 Nissan GTR that's having transmission trouble, which he can't get fixed. David Glasser, is it Glacier? I don't fucking know. Who was forced out as COO of the Weinstein Company by Eric Schneiderman, allegedly owes, oh my God, over $800,000 to the state of California.
How do these guys not pay their taxes?
I don't know.
Get away with it.
I don't know. I thought you were supposed to be arrested at some point.
Well, okay,
so according to the state of California, Empire actor Exhibit, listed by his real name of Alvin Joyner, owes $231,000. Director Nick Cassavetes, an avid poker player, owes $252,000. Singer Macy Gray, who, let's face it, hasn't done shit in like 20 years, formerly known as Natalie Hines, who allegedly owes upwards of $240,000, explained 3 years ago, "I'm a spender, unfortunately. As soon as I get money, I just can't wait to spend it." You owe fucking money, though. Like, and you're not making shit.
Yeah, you... I don't understand. Oh, my God.
No, and Cause brings up a great point in that California is so desperate for money because, again, they are broke. They are the poorest state. They are the brokest state in the union. And yet these bitches want to secede somehow.
Let them secede, please.
Do it. But no, anyways. So, and then they've got such a huge drought again because, it's California and we always have a drought. They're restricting shower usage and toilet flushes now. Like, I'm not making this shit up. This is true.
I saw that article the other day.
It's completely fucking true. So they're restricting your shower time as far as like when during the day you can shower and for how long. So no more just going in there, turning on the water and just kind of standing in there contemplating life, right? Mm-hmm. Can't do that anymore. Your water usage is severely monitored and metered. And if you go over your allotted amount, you get fined. And it's supposed to be like a pretty hefty fine, depending on how much over you used.
Yep. Just stay in that fucking state, Californians. Don't come here. It's so insane that they're going to add an additional tax to water. Don't have that problem in Michigan, especially in Flint. There's no water problem in Flint.
Right? Oh, God. Anyways, all right. So, really
goodness.
quickly. So this is why apparently there's a legion of people who just absolutely despise the character Rose from The Last Jedi. So much so that Kelly Marie Tran, the actress who plays Rose, deleted her entire Instagram account. She wiped that bitch clean. Like, the account's still open and everything. There's just nothing on it. So, and obviously, whoever it was that wrote this article is a huge fan of hers because they were kissing all over her butt. Which is fine. You know, whatever. I have nothing against the woman at all. Like, the actress at all. I don't, whatever. I don't even know who you are. You're in Star Wars. Congratulations. I'm not. So you're winning more than me. Congratulations. I think you're kind of a pussy for deleting all your account and not being able to take the fact that everyone and their fucking mother hated your character because your character was a fucking idiot and worse than fucking Jar Jar. But, you know, whatever. Like, you didn't have tough enough skin to be like, hey, I'm in Star Wars, bitches. You're not. Suck a dick. And, like, drive on. You couldn't fucking do that. Instead, you had to fucking wipe it clean because, feelings matter. Yeah. So, apparently she's received excessive amounts of hatred and harassment on her social media accounts from people who did not like her role in the movie. Again, I was not one of them, mostly because I didn't even know this hooker's name. But there we go. This author goes on to say, while The Last Jedi certainly did have a few problems, many Star Wars fans on the internet have responded with hatred toward the sequel for the past 6 months, directing their negativity both toward the movie itself and towards those involved. Well, yeah. If you're a true Star Wars fan, you're going to be pissed at that movie. You're like, the fuck just happened? Honestly, Luke Skywalker went out like a bitch. It was not okay. Ugh. So, among those who received hatred online was Kelly Marie Tran, who arguably received even more hateful comments than the director. For whatever reason, a number of people did not like the inclusion of Rose in The Last Jedi and have held Tran personally responsible. It's not her fault. Rose was just a shitty character. I blame the screenwriter. Personally, that's who I blame.
That's who I'd blame too.
Because, you know, the screenwriter is the one who fucking wrote that character in there. But yeah, so apparently some fans agree with me and Ice and, the majority of everyone else, thinking that her character was useless. Which she is. Rose was a absolutely useless character. But this author disagrees and says, she was a great means of showing the bigger picture in the galaxy far, far away, going as far as to inspire hope in many characters across the universe. Did she? Did she fucking really? She left children enslaved. No, she didn't. And this is a stretch. Like, this is where I really have an issue with the author of just this article in and of itself. Going further, some less forgiving fans hate Rose for being a non-white, non-male character, which many people seriously have an issue with for all the wrong reasons. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care that she's a woman. I don't fucking care that Rose, I don't care that Rose is a woman. I don't care that Rose is Asian. I don't care. The whole character just should not have been in the movie.
No, I agree.
It has nothing to do with any characteristics at all of her. It's just, as a whole, the character was useless. And should not have been there. Ugh. Yeah, but yeah, I was highly upset with that article when they started to throw race and fucking sexism in there. Like, they're racist and misogynistic. No, we're really not. We just cannot stand that fucking character. Like, that's all it was.
Exactly what it is.
We just can't fucking stand it.
You fight for things you love.
Right? Shut up. Worst ever. And then that awkward kiss with Finn, like, after she fucking ruined him. Worst.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
No. No. Woo 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 would have been Finn and Rey.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
Or Rey and Kylo. Either way. Or Rey, Kylo, and Finn. You know, whatever. Let's see some three-way action going on. Some menage a trois, if you will. Whatever. I understand Star Wars is like a family movie. I get that. However, you can't tell me they weren't having threesomes out in space.
We don't know. Let's launch a study.
Let's launch a study.
Let's launch a study.
Dude, I fucking can't with you right now.
What? That's good. Ugh.
What is good?
It's good.
Oh my god.
Ugh. This family, fucking Casey. Families come in all shapes and sizes.
Right? Oh, yeah, no, exactly. Get Poe in there too. Fuck yeah. So, all right, yes, no, here we go. Gangbang, right, on Rey.
Oh my god.
And interracial.
Oh, Lordy.
Super progressive, right?
Oh my god. Fucking Spencer Williams. Tentacles where?
Right? What?
This is not Japanese
and Jar Jar! Like, not only is it interracial, it's interspecies.
Is that so?
So progressive. Oh, Star Wars. Such progression.
Such progression. Oh my god. Oh, this went downhill in a fucking hurry.
Right? Chewing the porgs.
I thought. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, and Jabba! And Jabba! Oh, shit gets weird, y'all. Especially in Jabba's camp. Like, let's be honest. You can't tell me there was not some freaky shit going on in Jabba's lair. That's all I'm saying.
Probably.
Just saying. And yeah, no, Jar Jar was totally a Sith Lord. His eyes were yellow.
Because that makes him a Sith Lord.
Duh. Have you not seen fan theories about this? Get with the program.
I am with our program.
Are you?
Mostly. I'll never watch Star Wars the same way again.
Fucker. Right? Now when you rewatch Star Wars, you're never going to be able to see it in the same light again. Be like, are they going to, what kind of nasty shit are these fuckers doing? The fuck is going on over here? Jabba, what the fuck kind of function are you running here, man? Is this human trafficking? We don't know. Leia's a slave, so it could be. Should I call somebody?
Let's be real. Based on all our training in the army, it's human trafficking.
Right? Yeah. All right. So you remember that 30-year-old man who had to be court ordered out of his parents' home?
Yes.
He's back in the news twice.
Of course.
Well, okay. So one, he called the cops as he was leaving over Legos.
Over the Legos.
Which you really you can't make this up.
No, this is too good to make up.
Yeah, I don't have that article in front of me. I just know that fucking happened. A 30-year-old man called the cops because his parents did something with his Legos.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I've got
Like
it here,
this fucking dude is 2 years younger than me. Like, I've been on my own since I was 18. The fuck is his excuse? He doesn't have one. And so where I'm going with this is that this deadbeat son is a sign of America's failure to raise boys. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So last week, a judge in New York ruled that a 30-year-old man must move out of his childhood home on June 1st after his parents served him with several notices asking him to go. The ruling inadvertently exposed a hidden truth. The boys are not all right. A generation of damaged boys are turning into impaired men, and seen by the mocking coverage of this case, we're treating this development like a joke, encouraged to ridicule and condemn them for it. So for months, Mark and Christina, the parents, asked their son to vacate their home. He had lived with them for 8 years. As he approached his 31st birthday, his parents set deadlines encouraging him to leave. They provided him with guidance and gave him money to move on, which he proceeded to spend on other things. Michael, the son, meanwhile, claimed he didn't want to remain in their home, especially after they took him off the family phone plan. How dare they? I am in my 30s. How dare they take me off of the family phone plan? I am an adult, god damn it. How dare they do that? But he couldn't seem to motivate out the actual door. So the story is a terrifying real-life version of the 2006 romantic comedy Failure to Launch. But what was a hilarious premise in 2006 is all too real in 2018. The Redondo family story is a warning to modern families with no Hollywood love story at the end. While the media lambast Michael as an entitled millennial, that only tells part of the story. What's happening is an all-out failure in how we're raising boys. A Pew Research poll from 2016 showed that men aged 18 to 36, exactly our demographic, were more likely to be living at home with their parents than alone, with a roommate or with a partner. That's a startling statistic, especially as the same is not true for women. We can't blame this stagnation on the entitlement of the millennial generation when half of the generation is living their lives as intended. Part of the problem is we've been encouraging girls at the expense of boys. The language of empowerment we use around girls is absent from how we talk to boys. The expectation that males will succeed just because they are male has been smashed, just like feminists wanted. But now what? To shrug our shoulders and not care what happens to a generation of young men is to produce a generation of Michael Redondos, adrift and living at home as they enter their 30s. It doesn't help that this demographic is also finding it so hard to get and stay employed. An Economic Policy Institute report from February found that men are absent from the workforce in large numbers. This is a big change from the past. The report noted that in 1979, only 6.3% of prime age men did not work at all over the course of a year, but that number nearly doubled to 11.9% in 2016. The telling thing is that there isn't widespread concern about this. Instead, there's a celebration that women are outpacing men at school and work. A 2010 study by psychologist Judith Kleinfeld in the journal Gender Issues found that boys' issues were going unaddressed. Boys, the study found, had higher rates of suicide, conduct disorders, emotional disturbance, premature death, juvenile delinquency than their female peers, as well as lower grades, test scores, and college attendance rates. It's no wonder a generation of boys are growing into fearful adults who would rather live with their child or who would rather live in their childhood room and sleep on their old Superman sheets washed by mom than take a chance in a world for which they are unprepared. The rising prominence of a Canadian clinical psychologist, Jordan Peterson, is a development of this. He has been described as a father figure to this group of lost boys. His controversial speeches, which are attended overwhelmingly by men and offer direction on getting their lives in order to literally clean up their room, is taking the place of parents who have failed to instruct their children to do the same. The fact that Peterson's YouTube videos go viral to a majority male audience and his book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote for Chaos, is a bestseller is significant. Despite some of his questionable ideas, such as if white privilege even exists, which it doesn't, Peterson is speaking directly to men about something that has become a rarity in our future is female world. We tell girls that they are amazing and unstoppable by virtue of their gender, while telling boys they have to somehow overcome their gender to be great. The result is a slumping male, unsure how to live his life, forced to watch YouTube videos to figure it out. The Redondos are right to force Michael to live his own life. They don't owe him support this far into adulthood. But the message of this case should be taken to heart by us all. Michael is not alone in his failure to launch. There are many others like him. We mock him at our own peril. We need to start teaching boys how to clean up their rooms, so to speak, or not be so surprised that grown-up men still live in them. This is why feminism is fucking cancer.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Feminism is absolutely fucking cancer. It's completely true. And I'm that generation where you're telling young girls like, oh, you can do whatever you want because you're a girl. You can do whatever you want. And it really is true. Like, because there's such a fear from employers, from society as being seen as sexist against women. They're being sexist against men now. And it's unfair. And it's completely uncalled for. And it's the direct result of third wave feminism.
But yeah, it's tolerated. It's allowed to happen. Because if you go against it, you're in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot be allowed to think that it's okay for, the mono style resume comparison of those individuals who want a job, right? So God forbid you use resume, experience, and education to weigh those factors. Nope. because you hired the guy because he had another year of experience or he had a certain certification or qualification that you're looking for, you are now misogynist and sexist because you did not hire the female who had 1 year less of experience and did not have the one qualification you were looking for.
Yep.
But yet she'd been in the field almost the same amount of time. But yet you went with the gentleman who had the other one, who had the extra year and had the one other qualification you're looking for.
Yeah, because he's more qualified.
Right. But that's not how it's looked at anymore. Qualifications don't mean anything. Oh, he got it because he's a white male and privileged. That's why he got the job. That's why all these powerful CEOs and all these billionaires are where they are, because they're privileged. No, motherfucker, because they went and earned it. They went and beat ass and took names and made something for themselves. So why is that so fucking bad in society? That you go make something for yourselves, that you go out and get it, that you make it happen. Nothing was handed to me. I fucking earned it. Blood, sweat, and tears pay off, ladies and gentlemen. You get what you earn. And if you work hard, it pays off. Handouts make you fall. Eventually, you'll fall flat on your face with a handout. Hand up is a different story because we are setting you up for success to continue on your own 2 feet. But no, you want to bitch and moan about fucking privilege and this and that and the other. Fuck, by the time you're done bitching and moaning about it, you could have went and did something for yourself to make yourself better. No, it's all about privilege. That's what you want to bitch and moan about and waste time on. Go earn a certificate. Go learn a trade. Go learn that one other thing that somebody else may not have that'll get you that job or get you a promotion or a raise that you want and you think you deserve. Go fucking earn it. Why is that so hard for today's society to grasp? That concept is dying. You get what you earn, you reap what you sow. If you don't want it, fine. You get thrown out of your house by your parents at 30 years old, apparently. Go to California. They'll take you in. There's sanctuary laws. Go commit a crime. You'll be protected. Renounce your citizenship. Actually, go to a fucking consulate and renounce your citizenship. Burn your passport. Burn your IDs. Become at that point an illegal alien because you've renounced your citizenship. And figure it out and see what happens to you then. Where are you going to go? You have no fallback country because you don't have citizenship anywhere at that point. Fucking go earn it. If you think you deserve it, you better have fucking earned it. Whew. And that's all I've got about that right now.
You want to do housekeeping?
Yes, I'll do some housekeeping. Nation, as you know, as we wrap up tonight's show, we have a show over almost every night of the week, starting with tonight, and that's Tied Up Tuesdays with myself and my lovely co-host Minx. Minx.
Hooray!
Hooray! Then Wednesday is our Donza, where we're usually playing games and we're broadcasting the gaming, the radio, what WTF Nation Gaming, is that what it is?
Yep.
WTF Nation Radio Gaming, yep. And that's usually hosted by KJ. And then we roll into Thursday, which is Sergeant's Times with Ice and guys from the main page. And they are discussing all things that are related to active duty and current issues facing the active force. Then we roll on into Friday with Friday Night Freedom, and that's with Minx and Pookie. And they are talking current events and some conspiracy theories. And then we roll into Saturday with Saturday Night Savagery, and that's with Jay Reddy and Pookie. And that gets a little crazy. And all I'm going to say is tune in and enjoy. And then we roll into Sunday with Kicking with Cause and Owl. And they cover current events and things that we might not have picked up during the rest of the week and breaking news. And then it's Monday edition with Ice and Flash. And they're, again, covering current events from active duty to vets to issues just facing the nation. Usually hot topics that are coming and going. And then it's right back to us on Tuesday for Tied Up Tuesdays. And upcoming guests. Ooh, you have a guest on Friday.
Do.
Look at you. Will C. from Veterans of Comedy. The Veterans of Comedy is a group of military veterans and veteran comedians who have chosen to represent and support talented veterans who desire to share their gifts with the world. Whether it's performing for the troops on military bases across the world, giving back to the community, showcasing dedicated to represent warriors worldwide, or just offering special events to bring that unique style of entertainment. Will C. is a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, United States Marine Corps, and the United States Army Reserve. He's originally from Kansas City, Missouri, now makes his home in L.A., California. Wow. I'm sure that'll be an interesting show for you. And then on Monday, June 11th, we have Chris White and Bobby Henline from Freedom Hard. Freedom Hard Inc. was founded in 2017, veteran-owned and veteran-operated, based out of Texas. Their mission is to use humor as a platform to display patriotism, and their tagline is, "It's not you if it's not if you freedom, but how hard." Their vision: a never-ending ripple of positivity and patriotism. Oh, and then we have Joanne Mendoza, United States Marine Corps and Navy veteran. Joanne Mendoza is now currently an author, advocate, and speaker. She enlisted in the Navy when she graduated high school for a one-term enlistment. In 1999, she joined the United States Marine Corps. In the United States Marine Corps, she became a drill instructor at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island. Wow, that's hardcore. Where she had the opportunity to transform young women into United States Marines. That'll be a good interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be very, very interesting.
That's our interview next week.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that'll be a great show, because we'll have the the recap from the meeting, and then this. Then Miss Mendoza. That'll be a really awesome show.
Right.
Links. What you got?
So really quick.
Yes.
Those of you who don't know, Super Troopers 2 comes out on video next month, or DVD, whatever. But yeah, home video release dates next month, July 3rd for digital and July 17th for DVD. So let's show our friends over at Broken Lizard some love, and I know I'm getting it.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I am. But that's our show, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Everyone over in Facebook Live, over in YouTube, Twitter, thank you, Mixer. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your evening, and have a great rest of your week. We will see you here on Thursday for Sergeant's Time. So have a great night, y'all. Bye.
Night, Nation.
How it is that a hero needs saving, how he needs that support to keep his roof from caving, holding tight on that 45 as a tear drops from his eye. Picturing his mom is all that's kept him alive, cause he's buried his friends and he's buried his thoughts. Suppress these demons inside until his stomach's in knots. I see you on your knees, so please let me give you help. Pick you up, lift